It started with a sudden wave of whispers that spread faster than anyone expected. One moment, Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton were posting their usual glimpses of married life, and the next, social media was buzzing with claims that their relationship was falling apart. Outlets rushed to push headlines about a crumbling marriage, and fans began piecing together every clue they thought pointed toward trouble. And when their new song dropped, one filled with emotional, breakup-leaning lyrics, speculation exploded. People were convinced the music was a coded message, hinting at something the couple wasn't saying out loud. For days, the story took on a life of its own, growing bigger with every rumor, every alleged insider, and every TikTok theory. Some claimed the pair had been appearing less together in public. Others insisted their smiles looked forced, their chemistry fading. But as the noise grew, everyone was waiting for one thing: a response from Gwen herself. And when she finally stepped in, her answer pushed the conversation in a direction no one saw coming. The rumors didn't just appear out of nowhere. They built up slowly, fueled by a mix of speculation, vague reports, and one song that sent the internet into overdrive. It all began when outlets started claiming the couple's marriage was on the rocks, pushing the idea that something had shifted behind the scenes. But what really set everything off was the release of Hangin' On. The moment fans heard those emotional, breakup-leaning lyrics, the theories exploded. People online started saying the song felt too personal, too raw, almost like a message hidden in plain sight. Some posts argued that this was the first time Gwen and Blake had ever dropped a track with that kind of tone, and that alone was enough for the rumor mill to kick into high gear. Soon, blogs were running with unverified claims that the music reflected real issues in the marriage, and anonymous sources added fuel by insisting the pair's public affection was just a front. According to these unnamed insiders, the couple had been spending more time apart, traveling less together, and drifting into separate routines. Details that spread quickly, even though none of them were confirmed. And once fans started sharing those theories, the whole story took on momentum of its own. But as loud as the speculation got, it still didn't match what Gwen Stefani would reveal next. As the rumors spread, fans started looking at every little detail, trying to decide whether the stories were real or just noise. People noticed that Gwen had been attending a few events on her own, and that was all it took for online detectives to declare something was off. Posts began circulating, claiming the couple wasn't spending as much time together, and every moment they weren't photographed side by side became another so-called sign that things were going wrong. Some speculators even argued that their moments of affection in public were too perfectly timed, almost like a performance for the cameras. It didn't matter that there was no proof. Once those theories started spreading, they picked up speed fast. A few anonymous voices claimed the pair was living separate lives, insisting that the magic they once showed on The Voice had faded. And with no immediate response from the couple, fans filled the silence with their own assumptions. But all that guessing and decoding didn't prepare anyone for what was coming next, because when Gwen finally stepped in, she flipped the entire narrative in a single move. Just when the rumors were reaching a fever pitch, Gwen Stefani decided it was time to set the record straight. She didn't release a long statement or sit for a formal interview. She did it the way only she could, with a simple yet powerful gesture. On her Instagram story, she shared a cozy photo of Blake giving her a kiss, a moment so genuine it left little room for doubt. That single snapshot spoke volumes, signaling to fans that the swirling speculation was off the mark. The image wasn't flashy or staged, it was intimate, casual, a small glimpse into their everyday life. And in a world where every post is dissected and scrutinized, this quiet, tender moment carried more weight than any headline could. For many, it was the first real proof that the couple was still deeply connected, despite the endless rumors claiming otherwise. Gwen's move didn't just quiet a few voices, it set the stage for her next, even more revealing moment, one that would leave no room for misinterpretation about where she and Blake really stand. A few days after the Instagram photo, Gwen Stefani took the conversation even further during her appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. There was no ambiguity, no hinting. She spoke openly about Blake Shelton, her husband, and their life together. With a smile that left no room for doubt, she said, "Blake Shelton is my husband," before adding, "He is gorgeous. I love him so much." The words were simple, but the impact was huge. She went on to share glimpses of their life at home in Oklahoma, talking about gardening and the little rituals that make their connection feel real. It was more than just a public statement. It was a window into their day-to-day life, one that showed a couple still very much in love. Fans watching could see that the playful, affectionate energy between them hadn't vanished, despite the swirling speculation online. And it wasn't just about declarations of love. Gwen gave viewers a sneak peek into their holiday traditions, hinting at something special that went beyond mere words, a detail that would reveal even more about their bond and family life. What she shared next would put the divorce rumors firmly into perspective. Gwen Stefani didn't stop at declarations of love. She also opened up about the holiday traditions that define her life with Blake Shelton. Fans got a glimpse of something uniquely theirs, a dish called the Timpano Pasta Dome, an extravagant Italian creation that Blake introduced to their family. It's no ordinary holiday meal. This is a towering stuffed pasta pie, filled with layers of pasta, meatballs, cheese, rich sauces, and even sometimes hard-boiled eggs or cured meats, the kind of dish that takes hours to prepare, but that they tackle together, turning cooking into a shared family ritual. Gwen explained that Blake discovered the dish after watching the 1996 film Big Night, and it quickly became a centerpiece of their Christmas celebrations. Forget turkey or ham, the Timpano Dome is the star, a symbol of their blended traditions and the playful, collaborative way they approach family life. Preparing it is no small task, but the couple makes it a joyful experience, a moment to connect, laugh, and celebrate together. For fans, it was a surprising and heartwarming revelation. Amid all the speculation about their marriage, these personal, intimate holiday rituals painted a picture of a couple fully engaged in their shared life. And even as rumors suggested separation, moments like this revealed the reality behind the headlines. A couple invested in each other and their family, turning even the busiest holidays into an opportunity to bond. But their connection doesn't stop at holiday dinners. Their love stretches across cities, homes, and family obligations, which brings us to the next surprising detail. Even with a busy career and a blended family, Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton find ways to stay connected, and that's especially clear during the holidays. Gwen revealed that their schedules require them to constantly bounce between homes in Los Angeles and Tishomingo, Oklahoma. It's not a sign of distance. It's a deliberate choice to balance work, family, and time together. To make it work, they hosted 2 separate Thanksgiving feasts, accommodating Gwen's 3 sons, Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo, while still maintaining their own family traditions. Rather than creating tension, this arrangement allowed them to celebrate fully in both locations, showing a flexibility and dedication that goes beyond what headlines ever capture. These logistical challenges, rather than fracturing their relationship, seem to strengthen it. Blake and Gwen have carved out a rhythm that lets them share meaningful moments even when life is pulling them in different directions. The careful planning, the attention to family needs, and the effort to maintain shared rituals all point to a couple committed to each other, contradicting the persistent rumors that they're on the verge of a split. And yet, even with these glimpses of their private life, the question remains, why do the rumors never really die down?
the answer lies in how the world watches celebrity relationships.
No matter what Gwen Stefani or Blake Shelton do, the rumors always seem to come back. Celebrity couples live under a microscope, and every moment, whether it's a photo, a social media post, or a song, gets dissected and spun into a story. Tabloids and online outlets thrive on speculation, and couples like Gwen and Blake, with busy careers and blended families, make for irresistible headlines. Even the smallest detail can trigger a wave of theories. A solo event, a quiet week without public appearances, or a song with emotional lyrics becomes evidence that something is wrong. And once the rumors gain traction, they're hard to stop. Fans debate, posts are shared, and speculation snowballs regardless of the truth. But Gwen's recent actions, sharing intimate moments, talking openly about Blake on television, and revealing their holiday traditions, show a different reality. Despite the headlines, their relationship is active, affectionate, and filled with shared commitments. These glimpses behind the scenes remind us that celebrity life is often more complex than the stories circulating online. In the end, the lesson isn't just about Gwen and Blake. It's about how quickly speculation can feel like fact, and how powerful it is when the people involved finally tell their own story. While the rumors will likely return, their words and actions provide a clear picture of a couple who are very much together, celebrating life, family, and love on their own terms.